you ain't gonna put on.
Well, I'll try that if we get enough footage. But
go for it.
What we're doing is working from the referee's position, and I'm gonna show a simple triangle that I like to do from the referee's position, maybe a armbar or something. We just caught his back, and we're here. Before we go to put the hooks in, what we're gonna do is grab this hand underneath here, pinch your elbows in tight. Once your elbows are in tight, you're gonna post this knee here, and you're gonna roll on that knee, lifting that leg up, right into triangle. Okay, it's a very tight triangle, pretty simple to hit. Again, you're in here like this. You come inside here. Now, they might not give you any points when you start this in Naga no gi, because in order, you got to control an arm, and right now I'm not, trying to control an arm. Right now I'm just locking in here like this. I'm going to use this knee as my pivot. It's going to act like a ball bearing. I'm going to roll right over that knee. Roll over, lift this leg up high, and catch your ankle here. And once you catch your ankle, it's across the neck here. Lock down your triangle. Very tight. Okay. And I'll show that one more time. Come in here, go to there, roll, lift, lock, and bam, there's your triangle. Okay? And it's right across the neck, so it's a tight triangle. And that's one little triangle from the referee's position. Another submission I like to do from the referee's position is I'm going to come in here and I'll probably score points here. 2 points for having the ability to get a submission in no-gi naga. So there's a couple of submissions I like to do here. I'll kick this elbow up, which turns that. Drop my hip down here. Push him out, and just hammer lock. Again, I'll come inside and I'll grab this arm. He's going to base out, stay strong like that. I'm going to get this knee in here, which turns, when I push this knee, it turns that arm. I come in here, I take the bone here, my bone, and I dig it into him. I don't grab this. I want to bone in. I drive with my shoulder. Here's my hammer lock. One more time. As I'll come inside, I'll grab, kick that elbow up, turn to here, put the bone in here, drive with my shoulder, and the hammer lock. It's important to put your head in here so he can't kick over very well. If he does kick over, kick all the way over, side control, and you'll score two points for dominant control. I've got about 10 little things I like to do from here, but right now I'm going to show one last one, and we'll call it a day here. All right, as I'm in here and I grab, and he starts to slide that arm out. Well, inward, you're going to give me that hammer lock. See, the sequence thing is the important thing here. Is if he goes inward, I'm going to get that hammer lock. If he goes outward, I'm going to re-grab here like this. I'll kick this leg in. I'll roll off my leg, and I go right into an arm bar. Okay? So again, there's a wing here. I'm starting to lose that. If his arm goes out that far, I wouldn't even do that move. Go ahead, get your arm out that far. If his arm goes out that far, I drop my chest on the arm. Just go to here. You see that? If his arm hasn't gone out far at all, that's when I'm going to re-grab here, like this, and kick this over, and go right into that arm bar. Okay? Go back over there, John. So, here, the arm's not going out that far, but it's kind of out, and I'm having trouble pulling it in, is I'm going to re-grab and grab my own hand. So I grab here, I kick this foot in so I can roll. I'm going to lift my leg up, and I go right into my arm bar. Now when I'm doing this arm bar, I don't grab here. I take the bone here, and I bone in, and I lock on the bone, and there's my arm bar. Bone in here, and you bone in on the high side. If his hand's turned this way, I'm going to bone in here like that. You got it? So I always bone in on the high side. This would be the high side. I'm going to bone in there. If it's this way, I'm going to bone in here. And there's my arm bar. Real quick. Okay. So Okay, I go to grab, he extends that arm a lot, I'm going to drop my hip. Sorry about that. I drop down. If he fights that, I grab here, and I lift here. You see that? And there's a hammerlock right there. If his head turns in toward me, like that, he's going to fight this. So I'm going to just transfer right there into a hammerlock. You see how easy I transfer that? I made it into a Uda. If his head's facing this way, he's going to go inside. And so, bang, there it is. You see? See how easy that sequences? The key here is to sequence your movement. Whatever he does, I'm ready for it with an attack. Okay? Doesn't matter what he does because that I've got something planned for however he counters. Back in the referee's position. A lot of times people will get tight. He's in there tight. You know, a lot of times people are trying to get this guy, get their hooks in, which makes you top heavy, and there's a lot of good counters from there. So if a guy's really got a good base, like you say, you got a wrestler who's got a really good base, I'll take this arm and I'll straighten it out like this, and I keep it nice and straight so it's a long lever, and I'll throw this will be my pivot point, and I'll throw that weight out that way, which will rock him right over, and I'll go right into a rear naked choke. Okay, so he's got a good base, and you can't move that base. It's dangerous to do this because you're going to pull the heel, you know, and then you restart from a disadvantaged position. So here I'll take my arm and I'll straighten it out and make it a long lever. It's a long lever. I won't bend the elbow. I'll keep this straight, and the back side is here, so it's nice and straight. And I'll put this knee next to here so I got something to pivot off of, and I'll throw my weight that way, which will bring his leg up, and I'll go right into a rear naked choke. One more time. Here, here, here. Wham. Rear naked choke. Okay? And there's several more sequences from this position. Like if they got a gi on or they don't got a gi on, I'll take my elbow here and I'll drive so his head will come up and I'll catch my rear naked. So watch that again. Put my hand flat like this. I'll bring my elbow up into the back and his head pops up. It's like order Reese's Pieces in a machine. You know, I want a side of neck. Bam, I got my side of neck. And of course I'm going to roll on my back and go to my side. All right, another way to get that neck is turn his head like this, turn his ankle, comes way up. Comes way up. What I'm doing is turning the bone to the Achilles, stretching them out. You can stretch them out and get a choke. You can get a tap out right here. You gotta come on over on this side here. I turn this opposite that, and I sit on that, and he's tapping. See this, and I'm being nice, John, because I put a big part of my knee on here instead of the shin bone. Okay, and that's a little tap right there. Okay, Master Bob Schirmer from Comat-Do with John Bachman from Naga, and our photographer is Matt. So.